Hello everyone, it's Shanna. I'm back with a Kraftin Kimmie stamp, and we've got Floral Fun here, and we've got all these beautiful little floral arrangements, and we've got several little sentiments. We've got So Grateful for You, Celebrating You Today. Every day is a new beginning, and finding joy in the little things. So what I did was I took and stamped this out with my Versamark ink, and I used some old gold embossing powder that I had, and I just embossed it and heated it up, and now I'm just bringing in my tri-blend markers, and I'm going to do some coloring on this. This is a really fun stamp set, and I'm excited to be working with it. As you know, I mentioned before, I'm currently a guest designer for Kraftin Kimmie stamps through the month of June and July. And so I've got some fun products to work with, and I'm just real happy to bring them to my channel and to show you what you can do with all of them. So I've got a lot of flowers similar to these in my flower beds. I've got the lilies, and I've got the irises, and I did have some tulips. I don't anymore. And then the other one, I don't know if that's a coneflower. I can't think of what the drooping bell is, a bluebell or something like that. But I'm coloring them purple, lavender, and then I'm going to color these daylilies like I would color, like what I would have in my yard. I've got Stella d'Oro, and which is more of a yellow lily, and then I've got the wine lily as well, and I've just got a lot of similar flowers in my yard. I've got beautiful flower gardens that I've worked for years to develop and continue to work on, because when you have gardens, you got to kind of keep track of them. And so I'm just taking my inspiration for this coloring from my gardens, and it came easy to me, and I really enjoyed coloring these. Had a lot of fun. I was just relaxed, and I'm reminding myself that I really prefer to use my tri-blend markers. They're just really nice, and I really enjoy working with them because you've got the three colors on each one. You've got the light, the mid-tone, and then the dark, and they're already matched together, so you can just use them, and it really helps you to color very nicely in similar tones so that you can get your dimension and your highlights and everything. So that's what I'll be using for all of these. So we'll just get this coloring done, and then we'll assemble a card, and I'll show you how this all comes together. So today is Saturday. I'm actually working ahead for this. This hasn't released yet, so I'm working ahead, and it will be released when I run the video. But I've got a lot of projects scheduled, and so I'm just trying to stay ahead of schedule. And today was a busy day. I actually did a challenge for Kraftin Kimmie, and I had a video release at 7 a.m. It was man, boy, masculine or outdoor activities was what the challenge was. And I did the little boy with the little frog and the little turtle, and it released at 7 a.m. And then I also was scheduled for a Kinder's Card Challenge release, a hop, and so that went at 10 a.m. And so my channel was pretty busy today. And then in addition to that, Kraftin Kimmie was releasing her free stamp that if you order at least $75 in product, you'll get that free stamp while supplies last. And so I also wanted to highlight that. So I went ahead and stamped it out and made a really cute ladybug card with it. And I just ran a short video on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram and Facebook. So it was a very busy social media day for me and all of my socials. But I had fun. Pat's was away at a track meet officiating overnight and today. And so I had a lot of free time, and I was able to just work on some of these projects that I've just been excited to get my hands on. So, And I thought, I still have time. He's not home yet, so I would just do one more. And so I went ahead and stamped this out. I was really pleased with how this stamped and embossed because I forgot to use my anti-static powder. I just used the Versamark and my Misty, and I stamped it twice, and I put my embossing powder on there twice, and then I used my old Stampin' Up! Heat tool and just heated it up, and it really embossed very well. I couldn't believe I had almost no over embossing from the powder, even though I didn't use my anti-static powder tool. So I was really pleased with that. Now these irises here, I was trying to make them a little bit darker because the irises, I've got some really dark irises in my yard, and then I've got some light purple irises as well. So I was trying to mimic the darker ones. I've also got some yellow ones in my yard. And the yellow irises came from a previous coworker. They were her dad's. Her dad had passed. And when I retired from the bank, and we had a little luncheon together with me and all of my team, I led a HR team for the bank, as well as I managed all of the branch managers and the staff at the branches. So I was pretty busy, but I had a luncheon with the HR gals, and one of my HR team members, who is a great friend of mine, brought me these yellow irises that were from her father's garden. So every year I make a point to take a picture. I've got them with some of my purple ones, and they look absolutely stunning. And so I take a picture every year and send it to her, and just remind her that her dad's irises are being well taken care of. So I really enjoy doing that. So I'm just coloring these purple just to kind of match some of the purple ones that I have in my yard. And the purple ones I have in my yard actually came from Michigan. So I've got flowers from just all over the place. And I've, moved flowers and transplanted them, and just had a lot of fun gardening. Now I'm just going to bring in kind of almost a turquoise green. And I'm just going to lay down the lightest color on there and do all my stems and my leaves. And then I'll bring in the darker color that's on this tri-blend marker, and we'll add a little bit of shadowing to it, and then that'll pretty much finish up our coloring. I do notice on that I missed one of the, I guess I'm going to call them bluebells, and I had to bring my purple marker back in and actually grabbed the wrong color, so I'll have to blend it out to where it'll come closer to matching my other ones, and it'll be just fine. And I think these colored up beautifully. And I'm telling you, embossing before you color just works out marvelously. You've got a nice little well in there that kind of keeps you in between the lines and helps you with your shading and your dimension and everything. And I'm telling you, that's the way to go. I really enjoyed coloring with this embossing around the stamp set. So I've got everything die cut out. I love the colors. I think they're very pretty, and I think they'll complement each other all right. Now I'm just going to cut my sentiments away, and then I'm just going to fussy cut all of these out. Now I could have arranged them on a panel and stamped them in a manner in which I didn't have to fussy cut them out, but I didn't do that. I actually laid the whole stamp set down on my Misty, left them on their carrier sheet, put a piece of packing tape on there, picked them up with my Misty window, and then just stamp them all at once. This is something I do a lot because it's a lot easier to clean up. You don't have to pull your stamps off and lay them down and then clean them up and pick them up and put them back on your carrier sheet. You can just clean them right on the carrier sheet and then put the backer sheet on it, and you are done. It's very fast. I call it the lazy way of stamping. I like it. I think it's convenient, it's fast, and it works out very well. So a lot of times I'll just stamp everything on the stamp set all at once and just have everything. Even if I'm not going to use it, I'll stamp them all out and have them ready. And then I can store them in my little package that I keep all of my stamps and dies in. So there we've got our, I'm going to call them Stella d'Oras. And now I'm going to cut out my pink tulips. And I thought this was really easy to cut. I've been doing a lot of fussy cutting lately, and I think I'm getting better at it. I've said for a while that, fussy cutting is not a strength of mine, but I really feel like practice makes perfect. And while I'm not perfect, I've certainly improved my skill with that. And I found that it doesn't matter what scissors I use. I can use my smallest ones or my largest ones, and I'll come out with just about the same result. So these are my actually non-stick scissors that I use for my foam tape and the sticky stuff. But they're working out just fine as well. So I'm going to get this purple iris cut out, and I think that'll be... No, we got to do our bluebells, and then we'll be finished cutting our floral elements out, and then I'll just need to fussy cut the sentiment that I want to use. And I'm liking how they look. And I'm not even bothered by that white that's going to be behind them, because I'm going to lay them on a white panel. I just had in my mind that I was going to do a clean and simple card with this, and so that's what I plan to do. And you can just see I'm just using my scissors, and then I'm taking my hand and just moving the cardstock. I've got these stamped out on 110-pound hammer mill cardstock. Oh, actually, no, I don't. I am using Canson watercolors for this. I grabbed a piece of that. I normally use hammer mill, but this time I used the Canson watercolor paper, and it worked beautifully. It's stamped beautifully. It's heavy duty, so I've got a pretty good piece there from where I've cut them out, and it really turned out well. Now, unfortunately, we lost power, and I lost the footage of assembling this, but it's basically a metallic gold cardstock with a embossed panel, and I've got some gold embellishments on it, and that'll finish up our card. I hope you like it. Thanks for watching, and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye now.